Hey,
good morning,
welcome.
good afternoon,
Good evening.
whatever time you are joining from. Hello. From Dan and Susie to you.
We are
Welcome
welcoming
in.
you here, MTO parents, maybe teenagers as well. Come on in. When you come on in, if you would, take a moment and put your location, maybe.
Yeah, where are you coming
Where are you
from
coming
right now? We are coming from Tyrone, Georgia, in the USA. It is south of Atlanta, and it is currently 1 p.m. our time. We'd love to
1
know
p.m.
where you're coming from and what time it is there for you.
That's right. So we're going to be doing this webinar looking at the MTO membership site, and we want to know who's in the room with us. So if you would, just write in there. We got
Katrina coming in from Paris. Woo-woo. Welcome in,
Thank you so
Katrina.
much for coming.
And thank you so much for making so much happen. We appreciate
You
that.
like my halo?
Oh, there it is. Hello. We can see that there's a number of you in the house, and we so appreciate you jumping in. This is a great time for us to interact and learn more about MTO and what's going to happen year round.
Good afternoon, Sonia.
Okay, we've got Sonia Brink coming in from The Hague, Netherlands. Love that. And it's evening for you. And Jolene, thank you so much. Dubai,
Nice,
it's also very late evening for you. And Sarah, UK, thank you. And Angela, UAE, so you're at 9 p.m. as well. Awesome. So glad to have you in the house. There's a few more that I know are coming in, and we will wait a moment for them, but we'll also get started at the same time.
I just want to let you know this. I'm really excited. This is our 55th webinar. So it's
since the beginning of this year.
Yeah, it's like when we hit 50, it's like, oh yeah, but now it's like, yeah, we're sort of in stride doing these webinars. We really enjoy it, and we're going to enjoy our time with you. The way we're going to set it up is we're going to go about a half hour in
maximum
this platform, really showing you some of the things, answering some of the questions that you just want to type in, and then we're going to change gear and we're going to move over to Zoom, and then we're just going to go face to face. We want to hear from you. So we're going to be. This is not just us telling you about what we're going to do. We want to really gather from you what's on your heart. What do you think needs to be a part of this membership for TCKs around the world?
So once again, we're so glad that you have joined us. In case it's your first time with us on this particular platform, we absolutely love the conversation, the interaction that happens from you there in the chat to us here, but also the chat among each other. It makes it so much richer. And one of the ideas that we have here that we want to discuss in this time today, which we're going to try to keep under an hour. And for those of you who want to interact more or have more questions, we'll stay on Zoom, second part, as long as you want to just have the time with us.
But only a half hour on this platform.
That's right. And then we'll give you a link and you'll jump over to a Zoom with us, and we'll just say hi, face to face, and then stay as long or short as you want over in that space.
The reason we keep pointing this way to Zoom
that's my computer.
Is that's the computer. We're ready to go live
here
to the next one in a moment.
Yeah, so it looks like most of the people who are here, we are also recording this, and we'll put this in a space for those who weren't able to make it at this particular time, and then we'll make that available if you want to rewatch it. You can always go on the same exact link that you came to get here, and you can watch the replay together with all of the chats. The replay for others who are not live with us will only just be the screen of us.
Yeah, and we're here for questions. Also, Katrina is here for questions. So any questions you have along the way, please feel free to put them in here or in the Zoom. But we are thrilled to be able to be with you. This is our 28th year of doing MTO live, and we did it online in this year. And we've been so encouraged by some of the reports we've got from you. You've been really encouraging to all of us this year as parents speaking into our life, encouraging us. And we understand your role is not an easy one. And so our desire is how do we help your teenagers move through these adolescent years successfully and well connected to you, to their friends, and to Jesus. So that's our desire.
Yes, and to piggyback on that, in order for them to do well, we have noticed that we want to help equip you to do very well as well. And whatever we can do to make that happen, that is a level we've tried to do over the years. But since MTO Online this particular year, we have realized what else we can do. And this is an attempt at doing that. Every teen who is a part of the membership that we're discussing today, and some of you are already in it, thank you for that. But every teen who is in that, there is a free particular space for you parents. And we would love, as much as you guys would need this, we would love to have a monthly connect like this or on Zoom, whatever platform, with you, a little bit of content to you, and then a lot of discussion about how we can be a team to support.
This means there's a poll. We want to know something from you. Who's in our audience right now? And so we're going to take a little poll.
So the poll is, you should see it right there, and you can only click one. So sorry about that. How many years have you had teens at MTO? Now that would either be the camp, the real physical place, which was our reality until this year, or online. So count all of those. How many years do we have that?
You got a second.
So we'll take a moment. Some of you have to figure and count. We've got 5+ years is 60% of you. Woo-hoo! And then we've got it went down to 50. 16% is 3 or 4 years. And 33% is 1 year. Oh, it keeps changing. I love that.
This is so good.
Some of you have to figure, and that is completely okay.
So right now, most
33%
are 5+ years. Well done. Thank you so much for that.
This is what you said right here. So yeah, we've got every variety. Oh, and we even have a never.
Oh, super.
So good that you're in this space with us. Thank you so much.
We'll let you take a look at that. That's very encouraging for us. We build the culture on these young people that come back year after year. So much of what happens at MTU are from those older ones that say, I remember this, or I need this.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for letting them go every year. And this year, not letting them go, but letting them stay online with us.
So our two main purposes of MTO Camp in the past, which we're expanding on now, has been, number one, to allow them to take one step closer to Jesus. Now, we know that because you parents have made a choice, and what you're doing and where you're at does not mean that they have made that same choice. And we want to make Jesus so attractive by example, by life, by teaching, by Bible, that people take another step.
Even by them connecting with other teenagers their
that's the
age,
second piece.
In Jesus. There's a lot of people out there that they don't know another Christian their age. And so MTO brings those ones together. And as you said,
and the
also
second,
connecting.
our second purpose for MTO Camp in the past also carries on here, is that they will network and connect with one another. And now we're adding some additional layers on for the MTO membership that you're going to continue to hear about here in this time together.
So maybe we'll jump into we have an inside peek into the membership site, because we want to answer some of the questions that probably most people would have before we get specific. But anytime that we're showing something, if you write a question in the sidebar, and I think there's a little button there, a red button for a question, we're going to stop and go directly there, because this is really for you. But first, we have one more thing we need to know.
Okay, here's another poll. How many teens have you had at MTO so far?
Oh, how many?
Is it 3 or more, 2, 1, or none yet? Because we know we have some who haven't been here yet.
Oh.
And so we've got quite a variety going here too. I'll give you a little moment.
3 pluses are leading the way.
So far it's 3 and 1. That's equal.
2 is just gone up a little bit. Now 3 is back up there. And
this is completely anonymous, so you can vote honestly and however you like.
3 plus and 1 were equal, but 1 has just passed by 40%.
This is what you said right here. You said 3 plus is 27, 2 is 18%, 1 is 36%, and none yet. Okay, slightly different than I just showed you, but thank you.
You can see that when you push the button.
Yeah, wow. Thank you for taking that poll and helping us. Now I hear from Chris and Louisiana. I'm not quite sure how to say your name. Sorry about that. MTO is truly a blessing to our team, Garrett. Oh, so you are the mom and dad of. if you don't mind, can you put the name of your children in that chat? Then that will identify who you are.
We're probably some of the only people that walk up and we don't know the parents, but we know the teenagers.
We know the teens, and we're like, oh, you're the parents of. So if you don't mind, just pop in the chat the name of your teen or teens so far who have been with us, or if you haven't been with us at MTO so far, you can say, these are my teens. We haven't been here yet.
And we're hoping that all the teens you ever sent to us, we actually sent home. I hope there's no one
safely
ever lost in the process.
And in better condition, we hope. We know sometimes they've had experiences that they have marks on their skin or something for a while later to remember that moment. Oh, here it's coming in.
Broken bones.
Okay. So we say, Mihai, Ivan, and Ezra, thank you so much. Now we know who you are. These guys were the ones that supplied our MTO online decorations this year.
They had balloons like the size of humans.
I know, they were absolutely amazing. And they also had great entries for our Verse Oscars. They had some winning entries. They really went all out. Okay, now we see the parents of Mateo, Talita, and Elisa. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. And I know,
Sonia, we go back a long way.
Yeah. Talita and Mateo have been our coach eagles, our leaders over the years. We know Talita is down in the Caribbean at the moment. Jackson, whoop, whoop. And hopefully we get your next one soon, Carolyn. Thanks. Abigail. Oh, Abigail. Yes, she was with us for the first time, if I remember right. And then we got Helen, Matthew, and Sarah, and more to come, we know. Yeah. Very exciting.
That's the official OM house, I think. There.
Yeah, it was this year. Yeah, and your team there made an amazing Verse Oscar that really won awards as well. That was fun. And then Andrew and Lydia. Oh,
Lydia made a great video this year too.
Lydia got the on-location Verse Oscar. Yeah. Now we know who you are. Thank you for saying who your kids.
We go back a ways.
Yeah, Boise and Zoe. Yeah, Zoe. She helped lead our Chica Chat this year. She's also very involved in MTO Online and Boise for many years. Nathaniel, first time here. Yeah.
Let's jump into the site and let them see a little bit backstage.
Thank you so much for sharing who your third culture kids are now. Now we know who you are, and thank you for such a great job with those in raising them so far. And we love to partner with you in that space as well.
So we're looking at the My5 orbit. For those who've been around a while, you know that the MTO used to mean something else, but as we have refocused, we've become a little more sensitive to some things. We're looking at it.
Renaming it.
The purpose is that people will be able to thrive in an orbit, which is as you are moving, you are part of a group that's moving as well. And so this is the MTO community.
Right. So here is a couple years ago in Belgium at the castle.
The castle.
And so normally we have about 100-ish. Katrina, you're there. Help us with the numbers. But usually it's about 100 of us total.
The most we ever had was 153. The least we ever had was 18.
So we started real small, and we've kept a fairly consistent at about 100. This year, MTO Online was 100 teens from 22 different countries. And
that's right.
And it's amazing because this year we had teens join us online who would never have been able to join us because of school dates or location. So that's what the physical gang looks like.
So here's our purpose. We help third culture teens, TCKs, who long to belong, connect, and grow by providing a home or orbit where they can love their life, their world, and their God so they can thrive where they are and where they will be next. Because we know they're going to be on the move.
Yeah, so they know that the now and the next. And that's what we love to partner with you in. And that second line that you see there, who long to belong, connect, and grow. These are our three main values that we have in the midst of the MTO Online membership that we're talking about here today. It is a continuation of what we've been doing at camp. And we're gonna say the MTO membership is what we're talking about here today. When we say MTO camp, that means that physical. Usually it's in August in the Netherlands or Belgium. In the past it's been, but we've got ideas for possibly in Hungary in the near future. We have requests to go to France, Dubai. Where else do we say? Saudi.
Oh, we would love to go
A
lots
number of the
places.
teens have said, yes, please come to us. We want it here.
One of the interesting things, I wish you could have been there. Actually, several times this has happened, but I remember one time specifically, there was a young man that got off the bus at one of our sites, and I think it was in Holland then, and he stepped off the bus. He didn't even grab his suitcases, and he threw his arms around me. I'm a little emotional with tears in his eyes. And he said, I'm home.
Yeah.
And that was the moment we knew that MTO was something.
And we could never stop it, whatever it takes.
Yeah. And for years, actually, several kids would come up and say, that's home for me. And that's why we're not going to replace that.
Even when my changing home is like here, there, or whatever. It's always home because it's the people.
We're not going to replace that with the online
membership.
membership.
Wow, you got me there in that moment.
But I think that a lot of young people now are living a lot more online, and especially through COVID, we've met with many of the teenagers since the beginning, every single week,
every Saturday morning
for months, and there is this need to belong. I belong to this group, and this is where I'm connected, and this is where I'm connecting to God and to my world. And some of the young people that are part of MTO, they're talking about things going on in their world, and that's exciting other people who are someplace else. There is this connection and also grow. We're seeing young people really grow. And now that we've done this for years, we have people that are almost 40. Oh yeah, at least 40, who they were
started in MTO.
And they go back to this camp. Is a time where their roots went deep, and that's what we want this to continue to be.
Yeah. So thank you for continuing to send your teens to us. We'd love for you to put any chats with each other, questions, comments, emotional outbursts you have right there in the chat while we continue to unfold this membership. So we've got two different intake spaces for MTO My Thrive Orbit membership. One is if you have one teen and only one teen, you'll go in through one door. And I'm going to just put that.
We have two doors.
I'm just going to put that offer. It's just an offer there. So if you have one teen right now currently and you want to be a part of it, this is the link that you take. And I'll just hold that up for a few moments while we continue on. But we also have an intake space. These are bundles that we've created for families. So the price per month, it's a monthly subscription membership, $10 with the coupon. Make sure when you sign up with the coupon half off course code, which is just right to the right in the checkout space. So you can see it and push coupon or discount and put it right in there. We can help you if you need any help there.
And if when we get into the finance part, if $10 or $15 a month for your family is a hardship, please write to us, because there are some people who have already said, I want to help make this happen for TCKs all over.
We want everyone within our company to be a part of this. And if the financial piece of it is a hardship, we'll make sure it happens. George Verwer is loving this space, and he is offering. And then there are some different areas that have also offered as well. So we've got the membership for if you have one. Then there's also another space that a membership for families. If you have two or more, then the cost is $15 per month. And again, make sure you put that coupon, that half off coupon. And it's not just open to people from our company, but if you know of anybody else that you think this is a good fit for who's a TCK, please invite them in. They can have that half off as well, all the way through the end of this year.
The normal price is
20 and 30 per month.
But you will have that, not just a door, a half price door.
And when you sign up, for as long as you're a member, it continues at that low price. And again, if there's any financial hardship, there are people that want to make that a possibility. Now I'm going to put the second family offer up now. This is for families if you want to have that link, if you haven't already done it. And this is the link for MTO for families. If you have two or more teens, this is the one that you want to click on. And we'll tell you a little bit more about that.
So this now is inside the site. Is that right?
Yeah, this is inside the site. When you sign up and inside the site. One quick thing I want to say. If you have signed up in the membership for families, please email us, WhatsApp us, whatever is good for you, and let us know the names of all of your teens and their emails, because we want everybody to have their own individual entry into that space so they can keep track of where they are in it.
So your family won't just have one door, you'll have several doors.
Lots and lots of doors. Yeah, any questions? We're going to talk about this on Zoom in a few minutes, but we just want to roll it out here for you. So once you're in, this is what it's going to look like. It's got a green bar up top, and we're talking about the focus on third culture kids. It's Dan and I who are running this with lots of help from Stephen and Katrina Nicholas, our partners in MTO all around everywhere. And then we also have a group of Eagles, or our 18 plus teens. We have 3 or 4 girls or 2 or 3 guys that are very committed to make this space happen. And they're also inside helping in areas like the Chica Chats, the Manly Moments, helping us decide the issues that are really important, book clubs, workshops. They're helping us know what would be really good for everybody within the space inside. And they're also committed to make it happen as well. Just want to remind you, third culture kids, who are they?
What's that third culture?
The Wikipedia definition is individuals who are or were as children raised in a culture other than their parents or the culture of their country of nationality, and also live in a different environment during a significant part of their child development years. And they're that purple circle right there in the middle of it.
And just to let you know, a couple of years ago, we lived on this ship. And it was very interesting. On this ship that we lived on, it was like a magnet. The TCKs just found each other. I mean, there was just this culture that connected them. And I think it's something that oftentimes we don't understand. Once a TCK, always a TCK. Yeah. And they need to connect with other TCKs.
And when they get out of the kid stage, they're called ATCKs, adult TCKs. And we also have a number of them that we're journeying with and are supporting as well. There's something also inside the course. It's called Searchy, and it's a button right down the bottom right. It looks like a magnifying glass. Dan, tell us about that.
Okay, so if you look at the very bottom green line, there's a little circle right next to it. If anytime one of the teenagers or you as an adult, you want to see if we have actually spoken on something, something that we have done a video of, maybe something from MTO in the past, maybe something from when we were speaking, maybe from one of our webinars, you can push that button and a little search bar will come up and you can type in, let's say, John 10:10. And if you type in John 10:10, there'll be a screen that comes up with every video in which we've ever talked about John 10:10. And you can actually push a button and go directly to that place in the video. And there are hundreds of videos already on there. There are more coming. And for those people who struggle a little bit with English language, every one of them has English subtitles on them as well. And in the future, we're going to be looking at some other language subtitles on there. But that's just another resource that we've built into this site that if someone does not find what they're looking for within what we've put for each week, they can actually type in something and find something directly for them. And there is everything from there's storytelling, there's clowning, there's how to juggle. There are all kinds of resources in there just by pushing the searchy button.
Yeah, so that's really amazing. I'm going to also just put in the chat those 2 links. Oops. I'm going to try to put that. I just deleted it. Okay. All right, back to us here. Here we go. So here is the link in case you missed it for if you just have one teen. And in a moment, I'll put in there as well for multiple. So once inside, the important space to remember. So this is
once you are a member.
Once you are a member, yeah, this is how it works inside. And again, we can answer these questions anytime. The important thing is to go to the dashboard. Now, usually the dashboard is up in that black bar, but I've snapped photos from my phone. So those 3 lines up the top, very right in the corner, if you push that menu, you will see something that says my dashboard.
You'll also see courses, right? You don't want to don't worry about the
all
courses. Just think about dashboard.
Because if you go to all courses, MTO will not show up because it is a private one only for people who are in. This is to keep all of us safe. So there's an MTO spot there, and very soon we're going to send you, there will also be a course right there that says MTO Parents. And that is a free space for everyone, all of you parents who have a teen in the MTO site as well. Right. And we'll talk a little bit more and dream more with you and see what you need. So they will
also have their own.
They'll have their own email and dashboard.
Okay. That's another door.
Yep. So lots and lots of doors. I know if you haven't experienced this, that's all right. Right now we have up something that we're starting everyone through in the process of the MTO membership site. And it is our Relaunch Your Life course. And it's something that we started at the very beginning of this year for free. It is now shut down and only inside of the MTO course. But it is something to help them understand themselves. And we're going to take them module portion by module portion each week with a supporting either Zoom call. We're thinking as it's going to be a Zoom call that those who want to jump in and chat about the subject together can do that. But that's already up and it's ready and it's starting for those of you.
The other thing that's in there is there is a 30-day adventure. So it's just a 30-day Bible adventure that's already up, ready for people to go through. And we're going to try to have those up every single month.
Every month there will be a devotional that they can go through if they don't have one on their own.
Sometimes it'll be something they read. Sometimes it'll be an audio experience.
Yep, that's right. Another something that I really want to highlight that was a beautiful piece of our MTO Online this year is we were able to have Deanne Michelle Welsh, used to be Taves, before she was married. And she came on and we did an interview with her. She has just recently written a book called Adrift, True Stories of a Modern Mermaid.
Unbelievable.
And we've read half of it. We've read half of it the other night. Can't wait to do the other half. But she has made that free and available to all of our TCKs within our company. And so it is inside here as well, just as a download. This is her book. And it basically tells about her going from land to sea to land. And many of the TCKs who have already read it have said, she found words to express what I was experiencing.
I think every TCK parent needs to read this book.
Definitely.
Because she goes into the real feelings of what it really meant to move, what it meant to relocate, to have her best friends leaving the team, all those things. She really nails in there.
So we would encourage you as well to read it. We'll put that in the parents spot as well. I'm also just going to put the link right here as well for families in case you didn't catch that and want to have it in a different way. You can copy that out.
But we did an interview during MTO Online with Deanne, and this is something we want to continue. We're just looking for the person who will really MC these events, just some interviews with either people who are presently TCKs or in the past have been, and just having an interview that makes it more aware that these are things that we all go through during these years.
All right. I don't see any questions or comments you're putting up, so I'm just assuming it's going okay. Please put anything in there. We're going to check from time to time. Here's something else. Inside of the community, when you're in that dashboard space that I showed you a little bit, and you scroll down, there's something called MTO Community. And this is a space where the teens can pop in there and say, we opened up this community right at the end of MTO Online. And so we have a couple entries already, but this is a place where they can message each other. We're going to encourage everyone to post a photo of themselves, tell something about themselves so that they can know each other and have a face to go with the people where they're in community with. And we also are going to have another level, and it's on another separate server, but the link will be inside of the MTO community, and it's on a hosting site called Discord. We have a number of our MTO Eagles, our leaders. We have a number of our MTO leaders who have helped find a secure and safe and non-findable space for us. And they've come up with this space. And we have this MTO community. And what we love about it, which differs from the other community where it will more be
we checked out about 10 different communities, collaboration spaces. And this one seemed the most secure. It seemed the most focused for what we need and beneficial for when groups get together and want to talk face-to-face.
Yeah, and so on the left, there will be different channels as we enlarge and expand. Here we'll have links and interactive possibilities for every part of the courses and our interactions as well. So it looks something like this. And then we can, for example, put our introductions in. Everybody can have their own post space here as well.
You can directly contact somebody. It's a wonderful platform.
And the only people who will be inside of this space are the people who are registered. And we will also have one of these spaces as well for us as parents to be able to interact and contribute in that space.
Sarah
as well.
asked a really great question. Is the $10 for each month for life, or does it stop in December? The coupon is only active until December. But once you're in the course and you're paying that $10, it will never grow up.
Forever.
That $10 a month will be the same forever. Unless if you leave and then eventually come back, the price may change because every month our costs seem to be going up. But for those who are coming in as really the founding members, at this point, that as long as you have a teen that is in the MTO, you're going through, that is your price, both for the families and for the individuals.
Yep. So thanks. That's a great question. Thank you for asking that. So there it is. That's our presentation. We wonder if there are any further questions right here. Otherwise,
we can move over there.
We want to jump over to Zoom. We'd love to see you face to face. Even if you don't have any questions.
Do you want to put that link up?
Yep. Even if you don't have any questions, we would love for you to pop over and just say hello. All my questions are answered. I'm already in, whatever you want to say, but we would love to meet you because as we know, the teens, we always love that last day of MTO camp where we're like, hey, nice to meet you.
The other thing we really need from you as parents is we're trying to set up a group of parents that will be advisors and help us understand where we should go this, because right now everything is from research, from talking to young people, but we don't really have the parents' perspective, the parents' voice, and we really believe that's absolutely important as we move forward, that we move forward in this together. So that's one of the things we also want to build. It is a place that parents can talk to parents, that we want to bring in some experts on TCK parenting. Those kind of things will come on a monthly basis. But we also need some of you that will become advisors within this whole thing as it begins to grow.
Yeah, so let us know if that's you'd like to be in the shaping group of people who are inside. I don't know that we said, but our idea is, for those who would like to have it, our idea is that we will actually have a gathering of parents like this once a month. And if you are available and are able to come, then we invite you in. We'll also have replays that we will post inside of that parent area in case the time isn't great for you and you need to do something different. For the teens, we want to have a weekly connection. So we don't want MTO only one time, 10 days, 12 days, whatever we are able to get at the camp themselves. We have dreamed about what we can do year round. And this online platform that we've been researching and living in since January has opened up to allow us to do this. So we plan to do it monthly. The idea that we have currently is that once a month we'll roll out a theme. And the theme for us is Fully Alive Life with this Relaunch Your Life course that will actually go a number of months in different portions. And every week we plan to have a Zoom call with everybody in the MTO membership where they can discuss the content and just hang out a little bit. It's like what we've been doing on Saturday mornings. And what we'd love to hear from you is, when is a good time for that? We have been doing it for us, it's been Saturday morning for us, but for most of you, it's been Saturday afternoon or into evening. And we're finding that that's like, they have to choose family time or MTO. And
we'll do it in the middle of the night if we need to.
Many people want it. They want both, of course, and we want to honor you and your family. So one of the ideas we're thinking of is Thursdays. probably evening European time, what we call MTO time, Amsterdam time. But we'd love to hear if that's a good time for meeting up with the teens. And then we'd also love to know when is a good time to meet up with you as parents. And we would make that a priority once a month with you parents, and then once a week with the teens.
But in the letter, we talked about probably the parent thing will not lift off fully until 2021, because we need to hear what's needed, because we don't want to provide something that's not needed. We need to really research what do you need and then build that.
So the teens have told us what do they want on this weekly basis. They'd love to have some content. They'd love to have devotional resources like that big adventure we're providing. The girls all want a chica chat every month. This is the time where the girls hang out, and we've got a group of girl eagles who are coordinating that together with me.
They do things that guys would never do.
Then we have manly moments. Some of the guys want manly moments every month. We'll see what that looks like. But the ladies say definitely, whoop, whoop, we want it once a month. And then we're also looking at panels, workshops, issues. There's been recommendations for book clubs. So we would like read a book or a resource, and whether you read it or not, you jump in and have a discussion on that particular topic. We've had themes. Let's see what else I have like this whole page is what all of the MTOers and the Eagles have told us. This is what we want to have inside of this membership.
I'm thinking about doing a what is it? What's
a Wednesday?
What's Wednesday? A One Trick Wednesday. That's what it's called. One Trick Wednesday. So during the week, I'll post a video of me doing a trick, and those who want to learn to do the trick on Wednesday will do it just maybe a 10-minute, maybe a 15-minute live experience where I teach them how to do a magic trick. Just things like that are ongoing online.
At MTO online every afternoon in the third slot, Dan taught 17 to 25 of your teenagers 3 magic tricks a day, and everybody was like, more magic.
It was fun. I loved it.
So Dan's going to do that. We had watercolor courses and book binding. We had courses on Enneagram and third culture kids. We had so many cooking courses, and the teens were like, we want those more. So we have a number of those people that already presented at MTO Online this year that are willing to do it at one of our times in the month. Yeah, so we want to invite you now. I think that's our presentation piece of it. But we'd love to invite you now to jump over to the Zoom over here and just click that Zoom button and meet us for even just a few minutes. Say hi and stay as long or short as you like. But we would love to thank you from the bottom of our hearts to the bottom of your hearts. So much, first of all, for having your teens involved with us, and even for considering this MTO Online. Continue to ask us any questions, give us comments, emotional outbursts, anything that you see that can make it better. Please just be a part of making that happen.
I want to thank you from the top of my heart. I'm not sure about the bottom of my heart, but definitely the top of my heart. All right, so people are